Oh, hi gals, I'm Karen and this is Fave Lifestyles. We are filming live today from Brew Coffee in Bothell. And oh wait, I've got my coffee right here. I have a chai tea latte. Do you drink coffee or are you a tea person?
I'm a tea person. I'm mostly a tea person.
Yes.
I gave up coffee for about 1.5 years and now I have one about once a month.
Awesome.
But yeah, so
awesome.
Mostly herbal teas.
So I have Tammy Smith here, and she is from Healthy Transformations, and you are a life coach.
I am, or
and
health coach.
Health coach, excuse me. And you know all kinds of things about nutrition and so many fun things. We had a chance to chat, I guess it was a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
And just got to know you a little bit, and which is really fun. And I was talking with a gal the other day, and she said that we should all have 3 things in our life. We should have a coach, a mentor, and a stylist.
Yeah.
So that was from Jill from Illuminating Women. And super fun though to have you here. And you are going to talk to us. Well, you're going to have to go. Your topic today is talking about self. And I know it's the season that we are all giving, but come the new year, we need to focus on ourselves again and take care of us as well. So, but first, tell us a little bit about what you do. Who needs your coaching? I mean, what is it kind of all about?
Well, my background, I was a physical therapist, so really about moving the body, and then went to the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, so really got involved with and knowledgeable about nutrition and feel really that's really important. But we've had that topic before. But what my coaching has really gone to women, especially at the age of 50, 45 and up, because we're in that sandwich generation. So it's about self-care.
Okay.
And not the first of the year, starting today. Because particularly, I mean, this time of year in particular, I mean, how many years can you think back of where we were, I don't know, getting ready for those Sunday school, Christmas programs, or school programs, or baking cookies, or breakfast presents, and we all got sick. I got sick every single year.
You know, and I noticed that I get sick, like Christmas comes, and right after Christmas, and so I'm almost always sick for the, New Year's.
Yeah. It's almost like being in college. You'd always get sick at finals or right after finals. You go home for Christmas break. And
it's like your body's all geared up, and then all of a sudden it lets down, and then all this stuff.
So I want to help people prevent that. And certainly,
that's a great idea.
You want to watch the sugar and all that kind of stuff. But today I want to talk about yourself. So to use the acronym of SELF, how to take care of ourselves, because the little theory of an empty cup has nothing to give. So your cup can only run out if there's something in it to begin with without a hole in the bottom. So you have to have something from yourself to be able to have anything left. And I think a lot of us too, for all those years, maybe some still, that martyrdom kind of came in. We're taking care of everybody so much. And sometimes because we feel like we have to, not because we really want to. And that's not being true to our authentic selves and our heart. And that's so important. So I want you to start out with S is for the acronym SELF. So S is going to be about surrounding yourself with things that bring you joy and people that bring you joy.
Oh, nice.
Because you know that we have those, what do we call them, energy vampires in our life sometimes? And
energy vampires, I'm not sure I've ever heard that one.
Yeah. So, and sometimes you can't help that around the holidays. Because sometimes family is, can be like that. But
energy vampires, I like that term.
But I want to encourage you too. So there are sometimes it's friends that you've been holding up, or maybe family members that you've been holding up for a long time.
Yes. I'm just going to pause for just a second. Gals, I'm hoping that you can all hear us. Hi Connie, hi Kimberly. Could you just give us like a little heart if you can hear us okay? If we I'm not sure if we're talking loud enough. Let's just maybe step in just a tad.
We got a little road noise.
We have a little road noise and some holiday music, so hopefully you can hear us all. So we'll just step in. So you were talking about self and about joy. Surrounding yourself with people
and things that bring you joy. So this time it's kind of easy because you've got your Christmas lights and your Christmas trees and all that. That brings us a lot of joy and the angels. But sometimes this time is really hard for people because we've lost loved ones. I've lost a lot of loved ones. And just looking at those Christmas decorations sometimes can make you sad and make you, tearful. So be sure that you're doing things that counteract those emotions that come up, and be with people, even if it's just a girlfriend to drink wine with, or, whatever it might be. Those people that really feed your soul and know your authentic self, because we can be so busy taken care of everything.
Right.
You did everything already, everything. So that's the surround yourself with things. And people
Sounds
particularly, environments, you know, go for a drive and look at Christmas lights. Or, you know, if you have time, go to the mountains and play in the snow, or whatever, things like that that really bring you joy, because there's a lot of things that we do for others during this time that deplete us.
Okay.
So we need to refurbish ourselves.
Okay, great.
So E is for experiencing your emotions. So that's another thing that we kind of have learned not to do. So I was raised a conservative Lutheran from North Dakota. So there was a lot of shoulds and a lot of dampening of our emotions. You know, don't cry.
Right.
You know, don't speak your mind as a woman for those kinds of things.
Right.
Don't be angry for sure. I mean,
Yes.
as a woman you could cry, but you couldn't be angry.
Right, and that is not actually something I'm working on right now, because my personality, I try to bring joy to everybody else, make sure everything's all okay, and then in the process, though, I am not being honest with myself and expressing how I'm feeling. So,
Absolutely.
So yeah, and I think, and it's funny because I've talked to a lot of women, and they were saying the same thing. It's like we give, but we forget to sometimes look at ourselves and our emotional health.
Yeah. And if you don't express your emotions, remember that the mind might forget, but the body doesn't.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to hold space in your body, in your cells somewhere. Maybe in your heart, maybe your heart chakra, maybe anxiety, maybe depression. There's a lot of that with women our age particularly. And so if you feel those emotions, and certainly I'm not against antidepressants because a lot of people need them, but I think that we've come to a point where we use them as a way of dampening and shutting down our emotions because it's too hard, it's too painful. And so feeling them and then learning how to let them go. I mean, you know, you feel your anger and let it go.
Right. And I think what you were saying, let's see, you were saying something too that I wasn't, so I'm going to just grab my little notes here because it was so interesting. And not just noticing what your emotions are, but identifying them.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you feel something and you're like, okay, is that just frustration? But actually putting a name to it.
Yeah.
Putting a name, whether it be anger, frustration, and then you can let it go, because otherwise it's tough to identify what it is that you're even feeling.
Yeah, disappointment is a big one. You know, and sometimes, you know, they say that we either act out of love or we act out of fear. And those are the two big ones. But underneath each one of those are all these other little emotions that we feel. So feeling them, identifying them, putting a name on it, and then letting it go. That's a really good thing. Yeah,
yes.
That's the one I'm dealing with. That's the harder one to do.
Yes, and knowing how to let it go. Do you write it down?
Yeah.
I've been trying to, I just started journaling the other day, and so I could identify that feeling, put it on paper, and then I don't have to think about it anymore.
Yeah.
It's over there. And so I can actually then let it go, whether I throw it away or something else.
Yeah. And a good way to let go of it is by moving your body.
Oh,
so moving. So especially if the negative emotions of anger and frustration and even fear, those kinds of things, move your body. I mean, there's that whole thing of, you know, fear, fight or flight.
Yes.
But then there's the third one, that's freeze, and that's where we get stuck.
Okay.
And our emotions get stuck in us. And if it doesn't come out verbally or bodily, it will manifest somewhere in your body.
Yes. I used to run, and that used to be my release, getting rid of all that stuff, and I can't run anymore, but at least I try to get in and swim or do something where I can
just walking the dog, just doing something, some kind of movement.
Yes. Okay, so we have joy, we have the experience. The L is for?
Lighten your load. Lighten your, you know, we're full of responsibilities and obligations, particularly at this time of the year. And even something that you really look forward to. I was going to go to this spiritual thing Wednesday night, and I've had it on my schedule for 2 weeks. And be open to, at the last minute, letting your heart decide to change your mind.
Okay.
And just because I was feeling a little bit overloaded, and it was another, and partly I was feeling my body because I'd been sitting a lot that day, and I'm like, okay, it's a half hour to drive, probably 2 hours to sit through this thing and a half hour back. My body doesn't like to sit.
Okay.
So that was my thing. Even though I know that my heart would have brought me joy to bring there, my body wasn't going to like it. So being able to change your mind at the last minute to, you know, honor what your body or your heart, your soul needs.
Yes. And I know that's something that's been really hard for me to do, is to say no.
Yes.
I mean, I have really struggled with that, and especially when I was a mom and I was volunteering a lot at school, and finally I just said no, and I just like waited to see what would happen, and they're like, okay. And just to pause, to say no and pause and not have to give explanation, well, I've got this and that, and then, because then the guilt comes in when you say that no.
Yeah.
But just to say no.
Yeah, and you know, and be invited to Christmas parties or whatever it might, even though it will be fun, there's just a time right now, I think for us as women particularly, to give ourselves permission to have stillness and quietness. Just laying in your living room and looking at your Christmas tree and having those memories of it, and maybe they'll bring some tears up, but then again, that's your emotions needing to feel, like those ornaments on the tree that were from, you know, your grandmother or your mother or whatever. My house is filled with things from my mother, who passed away a year ago from Alzheimer's. So there's some sadness, but there's also a whole lot of gratitude and joy there. Yeah. So I think, you know, lightening our loads, and there's yes and there's no, but when you say no, recognize that you're choosing that. It's a choice that you're making to honor yourself. I think that that's a really, really important thing.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's a choice for yourself. Awesome.
And we have someone else, Sue. Hi, glad you are joining us. We are here, I'm just gonna pause for a second. We are here at Brew Coffee in downtown Bothell. Come, this is a wonderful little spot here. Carissa's awesome. I've worked with her several times. She's got this great room. If you need a place to host a meeting, it's a free room, but you just have to buy coffee and I think pay for the Wi-Fi. So come join her if you need a place to come and relax. It's just a great little spot here in downtown Bellevue, nice and quiet. She's got Wi-Fi you can plug into if you're out in the coffee shop itself. Super awesome, and I know downtown Bothell is really needing some help. She was saying that since the fire down here, a lot of people have kind of not returned yet. So we want all of our favorite people to really succeed in their businesses, and Carissa's really a really great little gal. So you'll want to come have coffee here with a girlfriend.
And I think they even have some gluten-free options here in their pastry section. I actually used some of those for one of my events once, so that was kind of nice.
Nice. So we are here with Tammy Smith, and she is from Healthy Transformations. We are talking about S.E.L.F, and we have talked about, we're using the acronym S.E.L.F, and the S was for bringing joy.
Surround yourself surround yourself with people and environment and things that bring you a lot of joy.
And the E was for experience.
Experiencing your feelings and your emotions and identifying them and then letting them go.
Okay. And then we were just talking about the L, which is lighten the load, and we are on the F now. Yeah. What is that for?
F is for fearless. So
fearless.
Be fearless in your authenticity. So we all have so many gifts. I mean, I've just recognized gifts in the last year. I recognize gifts that my mother gave me in the last year. Oh, yeah. And we oftentimes forget about those, or because socialization or whatever we've been doing, taking care of everybody else, we stop recognizing what our gift was, our joy, our gift, whatever it might be. And we can get that back, and that's how we as women are going to empower, and we're going to change the world by recognizing that gifts. But we can only do it by being fearless. And fear is a hard thing. I've been in a lot of fear, even in this last year, starting out as an entrepreneur. It's taken me to places I'd never been before. But the thing about fear is it puts you into the next, there's just a very fine line between fear and excitement. If you can just back out of fear a little bit and do little tidbits, little chunks, instead of just this big, freeze moment. Just recognize it, look at it, and then little chunks, and then you can get back to the excitement, the part that drives you forward to what you really want to do, what really is your passion. Because then it opens up you and everybody else to all kinds of opportunities and lovely things out there that we can share with one another.
Right. And here we're sharing this is Fave Lifestyles, and Tammy is sharing with us, and I love to share everyone's gifts with all the ladies here at Fave, and so I'm really excited for this new year to find the other ladies who would like to come and that have value to share with everyone else, and help us all each other find our gifts and share our gifts, and give these wonderful women a voice. So.
Because it's really through collaboration and women coming together. We're not lone soldiers. There's pieces about the male model that really work. We got to get that feminine energy and work together and support one another and change the world.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. How can people get a hold of you? And I think you were going to be giving a special as well. If you'd like to tell the ladies about that.
My Facebook page is Healthy Transformations. My website is www.tammywilsonsmith, so I got my little maiden name in there.
Okay.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. And my gift to you is a 60-minute complimentary session to take you through the 5 foundations to feeling fantastic.
Oh my,
yeah,
that is fantastic.
Yeah,
that is so awesome, gals. And so what you need to do to redeem this is to go to favelifestyles.com. I just put up a brand new page and it's still in the works, but we're getting it all put together. Up at the top, it will say deals, and you just punch right on that, and you can find the coupon for Tammy, and we'll have a link there as well. And it'll have her information on how to get a hold of her. So there's some other fun things on there too, so make sure you go to favelifestyles.com and check out all the fun little deals. And Carissa is also giving a special, it is, oh gosh, oh, I forget now, but it will be on Fave Lifestyles, and I'll make sure I put it in the comments too, because she would love to have your business, and she's giving you a special on coffee. So I will put the details on Fave Lifestyles. So yes.
And take care of yourself.
Yes, take care of yourself. We love you all. We hope that you're having a really great holidays, and we will see you next time at Fave Lifestyles.
Merry
Bye,
Christmas.
gals. Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.